Hello children, this is the video for the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan part 2 of the chapter The Sound of Music. Now, this lesson is about Ustad Bismillah Khan. He was a renowned Shehnai player in India. He is a legend because he did something which has historical significance. He played the Shehnai on the day India got independence, that is 15th of August 1947. At the Red Fort, before the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, gave his speech, Bismillah Khan played Rag Kafi on the Shehnai in order to signify some auspicious to take place for the whole country. That was an announcement that India was about to get independence from the rule of Britishers, and so on that very occasion Bismillah Khan played the Shehnai and became a legend. Now, something more. This was about Bismillah Khan and something about the instrument Shehnai, which made him very, very famous. Now, first, all of you know that Shehnai was not known as Shehnai. There was an instrument named as Pungi. So, here you can find the pictures. This is the Pungi on the left hand side, and this is Shehnai. Pungi was a musical instrument that produces the predecessor of Shehnai. When the Mughals ruled India before the Britishers, there was a very famous Mughal emperor named Aurangzeb. He did not allow to play Pungi, a musical instrument, to be played in his royal residence. Why? What was the reason why he disliked Pungi? Because he felt that Pungi had a shrill and unpleasant sound. Pungi had a shrill and unpleasant sound. So, Pungi was categorized as a reeded noise maker. But there was a barber, a barber of a family of professional musicians who had access to the royal palace, and he decided to improve the tonal quality of the Pungi. He took a pipe with a hollow stem. It was larger and broader than the Pungi. He made 7 holes on that pipe. Then he blew air on that pipe, closing and opening some of those holes. It started producing soft and melodious sounds. He played that instrument in the royal residence, and everyone got impressed, including whom? The Shah Aurangzeb. Everybody got impressed. And he played it in the royal residence, in the palace, and when people got impressed, they gave it a new name, Shehnai. As why? What is the meaning of this new name? Why these two words are there, Shah and Nai? Because it was played in the court of a Shah, in the chamber of a Shah. Shah means king. King. And played by whom? A Nai. Nai means a barber. In this way, this instrument got its name. The sound produced by Shehnai was pleasant to the ears and was considered to be a good sign, a good omen, a good sign. It was played on good occasions as being auspicious, and for this reason it is still played in temples, and it has become an indispensable component of the North Indian weddings. It is now played in weddings and at the time of all the auspicious occasions. The credit for bringing this instrument onto the classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. And it had been afterwards Shehnai was included in the 9 musical instruments Naubat played in the royal courts of Mughal emperors. Bismillah Khan, it is very important to know about the life also. Achievement we have known, but we have to know about the life. Bismillah Khan was born on 21st March 1916 in a well-known family of musicians of Dumrao in Bihar. His grandfather Rasul Bakhsh Khan was the Shehnai Nawaz of the Bhojpur king's court. His father Pagambar Bakhsh and other paternal ancestors were also great Shehnai players. Bismillah Khan also started learning music at an early age. When he was just 3 years old, he went with his mother to his maternal uncle's house at Benares. He got fascinated to see his maternal uncle Ali Bakhsh play Shehnai there at the Vishnu temple of Benares. When he was employed to play the Shehnai, gradually Bismillah Khan learnt and he started learning to play Shehnai with great sincerity and dedication. For hours he used to sit and practice it. He was so captivated by the Shehnai that he never got tired to play it. For many years he stayed at Benares. He would visit the temple of Balaji, temple of Mangla Maiya, and would remain on the bank of river Ganges, where he would practice playing Shehnai. He was so inspired and motivated by river Ganges that he had invented many ragas on Shehnai sitting at the shore of river Ganges. Now, when Bismillah was 14 years of age, he accompanied his maternal uncle Ali Bakhsh to the Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of his recital, Ustad Fayaz Khan, a renowned classical vocalist, got deeply impressed by his performance and asked him to work hard as he was able to make a name in the field of music. He recognized his talent and zeal. So right from his childhood, he was very, very talented, and musicians found him a very talented boy. When he was just 14 years old, then he was recognized. Then he got a very good golden opportunity to play Shehnai in All India Radio. When All India Radio started its services, its station at Lucknow, Ustad Bismillah Khan started performing there regularly, as it came to him as a big break. Got a big break there. And when India gained independence, as I have told you in the beginning, then he played from the Red Fort. On that historical day, he played Rag Kafi before the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, gave his first solitary freedom of speech before that. And one more thing is there mentioned in this biographical piece, that Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. Some of them are memorable, like one at the Afghanistan, where the king of Afghanistan, King Zahir Shah, got so fascinated by his music that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets and other souvenirs. Then he got an opportunity to perform in Indian movies also. So a film director, Vijay Bhatt, was also so impressed after hearing Bismillah Khan's Shehnai that named his film Goonj Uthi Shehnai after it. The film was a great hit, and one song of it, named as the Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, turned to be a nationwide chart buster or blockbuster. And in that, who has played the Shehnai? Ustad Bismillah Khan. But Bismillah Khan had no interest in the celluloid world of cinemas. So he did not like the glamour of the artificial world of films. So after that, he did not compose any music for movies. Bismillah Khan got a lot of recognition and was honored with many awards. And you can see in the book that he has got lots of awards. It is mentioned in the chapter. He has been conferred with lots of awards. Here it has been mentioned that national awards like Padam Shri and Padam Bhushan and Padam Vibhushan were conferred on him. You know, and in 2001, Ustad Khan Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna, and he was awarded with this thing. Now, what Bismillah Khan did? Bismillah Khan had brought Shehnai Vadan to the classical stage of Indian music. He had given a lot of honor to this Shehnai Vadan, and not only he, but he had so many disciples. He taught the young children how to play Shehnai. And this chapter, this piece, biographical piece, inspires the young musicians to learn and try to enrich our Indian classical music. Okay, now you also read the chapter, go through the chapter and try to understand it. Thank you. God bless you.